Hi, I'm Emme Hall, and welcome to today's episode, where I'm feeling just a little bit under the weather, but there was no way I was gonna let Charlie or Ross or Elizabeth get behind the wheel of this instead of me, the 2012 Dodge Charger SRT8. Now, since 2002, SRT has been the performance arm of all things Chrysler, and it's put its mark on a lot of different cars, from the Dodge Neon to the Ram truck, the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and probably most famously the Dodge Viper. But we're here to talk about the Charger. It's a massive American muscle car that takes no prisoners and makes no apologies. Make no mistake, this car is big. It's got an overall width of about 74 inches and a length of just over 200. Now that's 3 feet longer than my daily driver. The front fascia's got a splitter that aesthetically contributes to the car's general badassery, while at the same time adding downforce to the front. Now I wish I could say the same for this air intake, which looks cool but seems to go nowhere. On the rear of the Charger is a new deck lid spoiler, again providing downforce, topping what has to be one of the most recognizable taillight designs on the road today. On the whole, the ride height is about 15 millimeters lower on the SRT8 than on the standard Charger, and it sports 20-inch wheels adorned with the SRT badge. In fact, this car is badged no fewer than 10 times with the SRT brand, so be prepared to be giving out some free advertising. Now, I know you're all dying to see the engine, and it is a 6.4-liter V8 Hemi. Yeah, I said it's a 6.4 liter. Now, who needs a 6.4 liter in their car? I mean, what are we, towing a yacht? No, you don't need it. And you know what? That's why I like it. Because this car just smacks you in the face and says, come on, live a little, have some horsepower. It's got 470 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque, and that's all mated to a 5-speed automatic transmission. But don't worry, I have it from the horse's mouth himself, head of SRT Ralph Gillet, that they are working on a ZF 8-speed transmission that can handle the power that this car puts out. Now, with a car this massive, you would expect an equally massive laundry basket rating, but it's just not true. It's pretty average. With the 60/40 rear seats folded up, I was able to get 4 laundry baskets in there with a lot of space right here on the side. And with those 60/40 rear seats folded down, it gets a trademark laundry basket rating of 6. Now, when I first opened the door of this car, all I could think was, oh my God, it's so red, 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 oxblood red everywhere. But again, it's part of this whole take no prisoners, I'm not gonna make any apologies theme that this car has got going on. Now, on the whole, I don't really like American interiors. I find them to be a little analog, I guess, in a digital world. And the same is kind of true for this. I mean, it's like the designers decided, okay, we need a touchscreen and some air vents and some climate controls, which are actually made redundant because you can operate it all from the touchscreen anyway. And they decided they needed those things and just kind of threw them up there with no regard for flow. But the components themselves are really, really good. So you have an 8.4-inch touchscreen, which when I first looked at it, I thought, wow, there's just so much information up there. But once you really look at it, everything's laid out very, very logically. You uses Garmin Maps, which in my opinion is the easiest navigation system to use. And there's some great performance screens in there, like a timer, which will time your 0 to 60, 60 to 0, quarter mile, eighth of a mile, all that stuff, as well as a G-force page, which measures all your G-forces. So that's pretty awesome. But my favorite, my absolute favorite thing after the sunroof, of course, holler, is the heated and cooled cup holders. It's awesome. Look, just do that, press that, and I have cold soda for my entire trip. It's rad. Oh my God, I love it. This stuff is so good. God, I love that. Yeah. I will say that on the whole, this car seems a little too big for me. I mean, the steering wheel feels just a smidge too big in my hands. I'm not really sure what these bolsters would do on a track. I mean, they really don't hug me. I guess my lats aren't big enough. Even pressing the brake takes a fair amount of leg force. And closing the door, I mean, like, come on. Was this just built for a dude? At least have some kind of a ladies option so that we feel like the car is actually made for us. Driving this SRT8 is an absolute blast. I mean, this has got the kind of pin yourself back in the seat with this amount of fun that I have actually avoided trying to get in my any kind of car that I buy, just because I can't afford the speeding tickets. Now, in regular mode, the car is gonna ride a little rough, but honestly, I just didn't mind it because I knew that it was providing the best performance possible. But once you hit it in sports mode, this car stiffens up a lot, and you're gonna be bouncing around like a college girl on a mechanical bull. So definitely that is something that you wanna save for the track and not really for your everyday driving. Now you've got Bilsteins on all 4 corners, plus a front and rear stabilizer bar. Now this rear-wheel drive car I found to stay fairly planted in the corners, and the rack and pinion steering with the hydraulic assist is pretty sensitive, and it's really heavy, which is just the way I like it. I found that minimal input was needed if you find yourself maybe on the wrong line, like I did a couple of times, and you just need to doink it over just a little bit, and you do get a great sense of road feel through this car. Now with the top speed of 175 miles an hour and a curb weight of about 4,300 pounds, you're gonna need some serious stoppage to help you, well, stop. So this car's got 14.2-inch rotors in the front and 13.8 rotors in the back, all with Brembo calipers. So you know that you're gonna be able to stop safely and cleanly. So as I said before, this transmission can be operated here on the paddle shifters, and you know, it does shift a little slow and it's a little jerky, but honestly, this transmission, while it's in sport mode, will not shift for you, ever. Well, let me take that back. The only time it will shift for you is when you come to a complete stop. It will take you back to first gear. So what that means is if you want to hang out at the red line, it lets you. If you want to take a corner in third gear, it lets you. You definitely are in control of the car. So I will live with a 5-speed. I will live with a little bit of the less quick shift, just knowing that I am in complete and total control of this car. But unfortunately, that also affects my gas mileage because all I'm gonna do is rev it up, right, as much as I want to. So you get an EPA rating of 13 in the city and 23 out on the highway. I average 10. 10, only 10. The planet is gonna kill me because I'm killing the planet because I only got 10 miles per gallon. The 2012 Dodge Charger SRT8 starts at about $46,000, and our test model here with the convenience package, navigation and cruise control, a power sunroof, holla, and an unfortunate gas guzzler tax is gonna set you back about 50 grand. Look, if you want your power refined and hoity-toity, then look at a BMW or an Audi. But if you want pure, raw, American muscle, which basically ensures that you're gonna be able to outrun Roscoe P. Coltrane, then you owe it to yourself to check out the Charger SRT8. You will not be disappointed, I guarantee it. That's it for this week. I am Emme Hall. Thank you so much for watching. Round of applause, yay! Hey, find me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. I love to chat with all my fans. You can join our community here on YouTube by subscribing to our channel and leaving me your comments. Thanks so much for watching and have a groovy day. Your logo here. Convenient. You know what that tastes like? That tastes like productivity. That's what that tastes like. Chris, do you think we can work these plungers into a bit somehow?
What are they for?
Well, it's for costume. For so I'm doing that breast cancer powder puff race, that off-road race for breast cancer awareness. So I'm making my team bras.
Are you wearing those when you race?
No, it's for my crew. So they're gonna crew and they'll have like these things like this, see? I mean, not with the sticks will be gone. I'm just